Hi there, and thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Doris Benter of Library Arts, and I wanted to share with you some beautiful autumn-themed tea lights that we're going to create today. Now, we're going to be making a set of 3, so you get a whole little table display that you could put on your family's Thanksgiving table. These autumn tea lights are made simply with a glass votive, tissue paper, which you see already on the exterior of this tea light, Mod Podge, which is the glue we use, and some gems. Inside, we're each going to have, each glass will have a little tea light that you can turn on and off with the button on the back. So, to get started, I'm gonna go over the beautiful colors and materials that you're gonna be using for your tea lights, and then I'll walk you through all the steps. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm looking forward to working with you tonight. Okay, let's go over the materials that are going to be in your kit. First of all, you're going to have 3 glass votive holders, and they're wrapped in bubble wrap so that you won't have to worry about breakage. You're going to have a bag with some battery-operated tea lights. So you'll have 3 of those, 1 for each, and you'll have some gold and white. And some Mod Podge. You will also have a foam brush, and to add some color to your votives, we have some cool colored tissue paper in blues and greens and purples, and some warm colored tissue paper in yellows, pinks, reds, and oranges. So cool and warm colors, so you can mix them or keep them separate. You'll also have some fun little gems that you can put on top of your votive after you've finished with your tissue paper, so that'll be fun. So now that we've gone over the materials, I'm going to demonstrate how to do one of these votives, and then you can get started on your own and create your own set of 3. This should be a lot of fun. I'll see you in a moment. Let's get started with the first tea light. So I'm just going to take it out of the protective bubble wrap and put that aside. Now, I like the idea of working on this, starting with it right side up and then maybe putting it upside down when I get towards the end of the sides here. But for now, I'm going to keep it right side up. And you can see that the tea light will fit perfectly in your little glass, so you can see how it's going to look in a clear glass, but now we're going to change it up by adding color. So you're going to need your Mod Podge nearby, and I highly recommend working on a paper towel. I even have a foil sheet underneath, so if it soaks through, it is like a glue sealant. So you just want to be mindful that it's sticky. You may want to keep some baby wipes nearby, just so you don't run into any trouble with things sticking the way they tend to do on your fingertips. So I have a few of the pretty autumn colors out here. And I think I'm going to start my first one like that. And I'm going to start by dipping my brush, just the tip, into the Mod Podge. And I'm just putting a nice light coat on here. And I'm going to pick up a tissue, gently put it on, pick up another one. And I don't mind if they overlap a little bit. That's just me. You may or may not like it. I don't mind. And I'm going to just, after I have a few on, I'm just going to lightly coat it right on top, making sure I get every edge of the tissue to make sure it's really going to stick. And I'm going to continue in this method of picking it up, sticking it on with the red, and maybe I'll put an orange over here. I'll put a pale pink right here. And you notice I'm using the edge of the triangle to line it up with the edge of my glass rim there. And I'm just gonna put a light coat. You don't need to be really heavy with this stuff, but making sure the whole tissue is covered. And you're just gonna continue working this way, applying the Mod Podge Maybe the next one I'll make will be a cool one, meaning cool colors, whereas this one is very much in the warm tones. Oops, it's sticking to my finger. As I mentioned, it might start to do after a while. And I think I'll take a red one over here, put it this way, so maybe the bottom of it is just touching. And I can put a little more glue underneath where that red one's gonna go down. Take a little more of the Mod Podge, keep going. Now the Mod Podge, the great thing about it is it's a glue and a sealant, and it will dry clear. So it looks very milky in the application process now, but it will dry clear and you won't have to worry about seeing, and it'll have a nice shiny finish, which is very, very pretty. And so I like doing, as I said, a few at a time rather than doing one at a time. I think a few at a time works quite well. Just stick it down. I think, oh, starting to stick to my fingers a little bit. This is where a baby wipe is handy to have. And I notice like right here, I think I might put another yellow one on top because I didn't get all the way to the bottom. And now I can go back and make sure that yellow one is covering that up and take care of the ones I just put down like that. Okay, so go ahead and get yours started, and then I'll go over how to add gems once your whole glass is covered on the sides. See you in a moment. Have some fun. We're back, and I have completed my layering of warm colored tissue paper on my glass. So now I'm ready to do a little bit of work with gems. So one thing you can do is just apply a little bit of the Mod Podge where you want to put a gem. And here's a little sneaky trick. If you don't want to get your fingers all gluey, use like a tweezer, or even these are needle nose pliers, and just set your gems in place around the glass without getting them overly glue filled, because it's very easy to get tons of glue on your fingertips when you really don't want them. And this is just a fun way to jazz up your autumn tea light even more so. So I'm gonna pick up this red gem here, like that. And I'm gonna turn it, and I think I'm gonna put a magenta gem over here. And the Mod Podge should do a very good job of holding these in place. You can even do it this way and just sort of shift it over into, there we go. That's a little closer to what I want. Just pushing it into place, give it a little push, a little more glue over here. And I think I'll put this clear one. Oops. See if I can get the sides of this. Even this can be a little tricky to pick up. So maybe I'll pick it up from the bottom, and nope, not gonna cooperate. Alrighty. Well, anyway, I could even dip it if I wanted to. I'm not going to, but I could even dip it if I had to try to get it in there, but I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna try for this red one, and I got it right here. So, have fun adding gems and jewels around your piece. The glue is gonna dry clear, remember, so you don't have to worry about, oh, you know, all this white glue. It's gonna actually dry nice and clear, and it's going to look beautiful because it's going to have that nice shine going all the way around your glass. So you're gonna have this beautiful shine, and you're going to have the pretty gems showing up. So I hope you enjoyed the process of adding your own gems to your design and then decorating it after you've done your tissue paper. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do a cool colored tissue paper tea light. And then when they're all dry, we'll conclude and show how these look as a set. Okay, have fun with your jewels, and I'll see you in a while. Oh, okay, so how did your tea lights turn out? Did you get your little gems on the outside? And now that my tissue is dry, you can see I can rub my finger on here. The glue has dried clear, and look at this spectacular stained glass look. With my little tea light inside, great thing about the tea lights is you can turn them on or off with the click of a button. I like this one too because this blue, purple, green one reminds me of sort of winter colors with a beautiful tea light. And the three together are just mesmerizing. Imagine these on your holiday table, whether it's, Thanksgiving or any kind of winter holiday you celebrate in your family. So I hope you enjoyed making these tea lights today. I know I had a lot of fun working with the tissue and creating these beautiful stained glass look. So thank you so much for joining me. This is Doris Benter of Library Arts. I hope you stay well, stay creative, and I hope I can see you again soon. Take care.